Hey guys, what is up? It's Card Shuffler 99 here today. We are going to be revealing DNA's final performance for Britain's Got Talent. Before that, make sure you check out all of our social media in the description below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification button so the second we post, you guys can check us out. Also, there will be a link in the description for free My Apps. Click that link, download free apps. You guys can get free gift cards. Now, before this starts, if you guys do not want to know how this trick could possibly be done, because we are not, it could be done in different ways. We are not 100% sure it was done this exact way, but we have the basic idea of this trick. But so if you do not want to see how it's done, I suggest you guys leave this video. All right. Anyways, let's get into the reveal. We are going to be demonstrating.
Okay, guys. So basically, I'm going to start with the calculator aspect of the trick here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a little demonstration of what this is, and then I'll teach you guys exactly how it's done. So a lot of people might not believe that this is actually possible. So what I do have here is a prediction. So I have a prediction written right here. Obviously this, it's going to be done in a bunch of different ways. So here's a calculator right here. And Robert, I need you to name a two-digit number.
29.
29. Okay, and we're just going to multiply numbers just like they did in the show. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go 6, and then we're going to click equals, and you can see we get a number 965,221. Can everybody see that there in the calculator?
Right there, yeah.
965,221. And Robert, you can take this away now, 965,221, and you'll see here we actually do have 965,221. Okay, guys. That was your little quick demonstration. None of those numbers, were handpicked or anything like that. This is actually a trick known as Toxic, and what this allows you to do is take a ordinary calculator, type in random numbers, and actually make it equal a specific number every single time. And the spectator can truly name any number. We have revealed this idea of Toxic on this channel before. So this was a little idea with the card trick. So if you want to do this yourself, iPhone calculators work best, but there is only like 1 or 2 calculator apps on Android that works for this. And the app is known as Real Calc, I believe. That's what it's called on Android. So if you guys want to do this little trick, it's going to be there. So I'm going to explain to you guys how this is done. So I'll go ahead, I'll take the phone back. So there is a pretty simple setup to this trick. Now, from the beginning of the trick, obviously, they have their calculator ready to go. It's all set up, and the number is handpicked. Obviously, the giant explanation that they did at the end of the trick was already set up and planned. They knew exactly what number they wanted, and they knew exactly what they were going to do in terms of, it's spelling out BGT DNA, and, all the numbers matching everything. Obviously, they did force the number, so this is how it's done. They type in their number. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's just type in a random number here. Just like that. Okay, you type in a random number, it doesn't matter what it is, okay? From here, you're going to do a series of computations. So you're going to do plus 0, times 0, and then you're going to click the open bracket. What this does, it actually allows you, with that combination of, computations, you can actually type in any numbers. You can see here, I'm going to multiply all the numbers, and you can see it actually does multiply the numbers, but when you click equals, it'll go back to the original number. So try this for yourself, guys, but you have to have this app, just because a lot of apps, the calculator, it like shows a string of numbers, so you'll actually see, what you typed in the beginning with the plus and the times and everything. So you want a kind of calculator that when you click the number, you click times, and you click another number, it like changes, you know what I mean? So this is one app that does it. Once again, you just type in the number, plus 0 times 0, open bracket, and from there they can type it whenever they want. Now you notice at the end, the very last number, he asked for, I think, like a phone number kind of thing, like part of the lady's phone number, zip code, something like that, and they didn't tell anybody. The reason they did this is because they don't want people to be at home typing this into their calculator, because if you were to type in those exact numbers that they took, it would not multiply to the number that they had at the end. That's why they had one number remain anonymous to everybody at home, so they don't know what the number is, okay? So that's really important to understand. That's a big part of the trick, but it's generally, this is this is an idea known as Toxic, just so you guys know, and that would force the number, and ultimately, at the end of the trick, they would have everything set up. So, from the beginning of the trick, they already had everything planned out in terms of what they would do. So they would have, they would have it spell out DNA, BGT, they would have it basically, they would have a bunch of ideas set up ready to go for that part of the trick. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to get into the other part of the trick, and this is done with the book, okay? So, he uses a book here, he uses 2 books, and we're going to talk about this idea really quick, and how this part was done. So, if you didn't know anything about BGT, or DNA in general, they kind of modeled their act after an act on AGT last season. So, America's Got Talent last season, there was an act known as the Clairvoyants. These guys were literally insane. They did a similar act with mind reading, and it uses a simple concept that was, it's really, really old. It's known as Morse code. Now, there's another really old magic prop. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't even know what this is. It's known as the thumper, okay? And what a thumper is you put it in your shoe, and you can actually, make these little movements with your foot, and it'll actually send vibrations to a receiver. Now, obviously, it could be an audible tone, or it could be, a vibration that'll send to a receiver, okay? And obviously, you can't send vibrations through, some sort of, you can't send vibrations, you can't send a word in a vibration, obviously. That's not gonna, you can't just say, car with a vibration. But you can do Morse code. So, if you don't know what Morse code is, I do recommend you guys just Google Morse code and type into the search engine bar Morse code images, okay? It'll take you to the images, and basically all Morse code is, Robert, can I get that little whiteboard over there? Yeah. All Morse code is it basically, it's just a series of, long tones or long, strides or little strides of, an audible sound. So if you don't know what Morse code is, okay, I'll give you guys a little visual representation here. The letter A, now I'm not sure exactly, what the letters are, but I'll give you guys the idea. The letter A could be represented by 2 little dots here, so 2 little thumps of a sound. Originally, Morse code was made through, audible tones, but this is going to, with the thumper, they're doing it through vibrations, okay? So let's say 2 dots represents the letter A. Let's say the letter B is a dot and a long note, okay? So a long vibration. So a dot and a long vibration represents the letter B. Okay, so basically all it is just, the letter C could be, 2 long, vibrations. Something like the letter Z could be 2 dots, 2 lines, and another dot. Morse code is complicated. I'll tell you that, guys, right now it is very complicated, but go on Google yourself and you guys can check it out for yourself. It literally looks exactly like this. Now, originally, like I said, Morse code was done with audible tones, but this trick is going to be done with vibrations, okay? So this is going to be done with vibrations rather than audible tones, and it sends to a receiver. So, you notice in all of DNA's tricks, one of the guys is looking at, the number that the person's thinking of, looking at the word, and, the man who's looking at the book with the judge, he's basically communicating the number, the page number, and the word to his assistant, okay? And from there, his assistant can decode the message and get ready to say. Now, you'll notice here, Morse code is very difficult. And like I said, it is extremely difficult. And you'll notice because, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but DNA actually messed up their trick. He wrote, I believe it was 81, and the actual number was 31. And, it was hard because, they communicated the wrong number to each other. And obviously, he was able to screw up the trick from there. Now, you'll notice he got the word correct, and that was just, through, like I said, a thumper. The man, he's looking at the word, and he's buying time. He's talking a lot, he's doing this, and in the meantime, he's sending, vibrations with his thumper and his foot and his shoe, and he's sending it to his assistant, okay? And that's really all it takes, okay? It's just a little thumper, and all he has to do is, like I said, he just moves his feet, and he sends different audible tones. And like I said, if you guys look it up, I'm sure, they have, they might not use exactly Morse code. They might have their own code. You never really know, but it is not going to be through audible tones, okay? It is going to be through vibrations, not audible tones, because obviously, he doesn't have an earpiece in, and he's not, talking or, saying anything like that. So it's not done through an earpiece. It is done through a thumper and a receiver, okay? And this is how all their tricks are done. It's very simple. He just looks at the word, he sends it to his partner, and that's really it. That's the entire trick, guys. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Obviously, I don't know exactly if this is the exact method, but it is really close. I'll tell you one thing, Toxic is definitely correct. I'll be real, the thing that they had with the numbers was a little, absurd, honestly, how they did that. They definitely could have thought of something better, but, the Morse code and everything is definitely, pretty accurate considering this is what the Clairvoyants did last year, and they have a very similar act. Anyway, guys, that is the reveal for the DNA BGT finale. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and this Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.